What if I told you that pain and suffering were the ultimate keys to success? Sounds brutal, right? But Nvidia's founder, Jensen Huang, swears by it. He believed that embracing pain is why Nvidia became a trillion-dollar company. Today, we're diving deep into how struggle fuels success, why Nvidia almost collapsed, and how Jensen turned failure into a weapon. Lessons that can help you build wealth and make smarter financial decisions. Welcome back to WealthPod X. I'm Tony. Today is 17th of February 2025. Let's first take a look at today's market update. Bitcoin is currently trading at 96,000, a slight drop in the last 24 hours. Ethereum stands at 2,600. Nvidia stocks has gone up by 2.6%, currently priced at $138. With that out of the way, let's get into today's morning deep dive. Picture this. You've spent 4 years designing a product. You've promised investors it's a game changer. You've bet everything on it. Then, the moment it hits the market, it flops hard. That's exactly what happened to Nvidia in 1998. The NV1 chip was supposed to revolutionize gaming. Instead, it was a complete disaster. Microsoft refused to support it. Gamers hated it. Nvidia lost millions. For a small company at the time that's trying to survive, it was the kind of failure that kills businesses. Investors were on edge, ready to walk away anytime. At this point, most CEOs would play it safe, cut their losses, and avoid further risk. But Jensen Huang, he did the exact opposite. Instead of hiding from failure, he dissected it. He pushed his engineers to tear apart the NV1's mistake, not just to fix them, but also turn them into advantages. If pain was inevitable, he was going to use it as fuel. And 1 year later, Nvidia launched the GeForce 256, world's first GPU. That chip didn't just save Nvidia, it changed gaming forever. Jensen Huang has one core belief: pain is necessary for greatness. He's not just talking about business, he's talking about life in general. The moments that push you to the edge, that makes you uncomfortable, that force you to dig deeper, those are the ones that define success. When Nvidia started, they didn't even have an office. The first employee worked in a rented apartment, using cardboard boxes as desks. Huang himself didn't take a salary for years, surviving on instant ramen while pouring every single thing back into the company. When AI seemed like a niche dream, Nvidia kept investing, even when it looked like a losing bet. For many years, nobody took them seriously. Today, Nvidia dominates the AI chip market. That losing bet is now worth $1.8 trillion. How can we apply these principles in investing and wealth building? Well, first, investing can be extremely painful. If you invest in the stock market, watching your portfolio drop 20% in a bear market can be very painful. And if you're like us, investing in Bitcoin and crypto, if you're in the market long enough, it's very likely that you'll see a 30%, 40%, and even 50% drop. So seeing a stock you believed in crash is painful. But the difference between a successful investor and someone who loses money is how they respond to that pain. Most people panic and sell at the worst possible moment. He didn't run from failure, he turned it into his greatest advantages. This is a mindset for a true investor. It's the ability to hold steady in the storm and comes out stronger on the other side. The market will always test you. Your emotion will try to betray you. But if you can embrace the pain, stay disciplined, and learn from every mistake you made, you're in the position to win, just like Nvidia.
I wish upon you ample doses of pain and suffering.
Now let's take a look at today's top news. First news. A well-known Bitcoin analyst and investor, Plan B, has just made a move, transferring all his self-custody Bitcoin into spot ETF. And his reason is he doesn't have to deal with private keys anymore. This shift is catching attention because Plan B is known for his bullish Bitcoin predictions. And now he's potentially suggesting that holding ETFs might be a better long-term solution for investors. This is definitely an emerging trend. More investors, including high-net-worth individuals and institutions, are moving their holdings into spot ETFs instead of managing private keys themselves. While self-custody has always been the core principle of Bitcoin, the reality is that private keys comes with risk. Losing them means you're losing everything. While storing Bitcoin in an ETF offers institutional-grade security, insurance, making it a more practical option for long-term holders who don't want to worry about the technical issues. If this trend continues, we could see more Bitcoin moving into ETFs, further reducing the supplies available on exchanges. We do understand that relying on ETFs introduces centralization risk. However, this is just a natural step towards mass adoption. Either way, it's clear that Bitcoin ETFs are becoming a dominant force in the Bitcoin space. The second news. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has made a bold prediction. By 2030, he believes 10% of the world GDP will be running on crypto rails. This means that blockchain technology will be integrated into everyday financial system, powering payments, loans, stablecoins, and digital asset market at an unprecedented scale. Armstrong highlighted that we're already seeing major financial institutions and corporations experimenting with tokenized asset, decentralized finance, and on-chain settlement system. If his prediction comes true, it would mean that the traditional finance as we know it will be deeply connected to crypto infrastructure, making digital asset a core pillar of the global economy. However, this also raised questions about regulation, security, and how government will respond to the increased influence of decentralized finance. The third news, across the United States, state governments are racing to pass crypto-related legislations, each taking a different approach to regulate digital asset. In Wyoming, a state known for its crypto-friendly laws, lawmakers are considering allowing the state's treasury to hold Bitcoin as part of its reserve. This could make Wyoming some of the early states to recognize Bitcoins as a strategic asset, similar to how countries hold gold reserves. Texas is also pushing for Bitcoin-friendly policies, with discussions about state-backed Bitcoin mining and tax incentives for businesses that accept crypto payment. At the same time, several states are forming task forces to regulate stablecoin and DeFi platforms. The concern among regulators is that without clear oversight, stablecoin and decentralized lending platform could pose risk to traditional banking system. Some policymakers are calling for stablecoin issuer to hold cash reserve equivalent to their circulating supply, similar to how banks operate fractional reserve rules. Other worries that excessive regulations could push innovation offshore, benefiting countries with more flexible crypto laws. These developments shows that Bitcoin and crypto adoptions are definitely accelerating in 2025. That's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you have a nice week ahead. Stay invested and I'll see you tomorrow.